here. You see that? Then you count 20 millimeter in. Then you are going to cut it. 20 millimeter in after the end of that. Okay. Then after that you do this. Now my nail is 20 millimeter. You can measure yours. You'll because it's the distance from the middle of the Porsche to the end, to the one end of that Porsche. But from that end, I take 20 millimeter in, then I cut that. That is the distance I got. Okay, after having this distance, now you can see that is the middle, that is the distance. All right, it's fine. Then I must just open it like that. Nicely like that. Nicely like that. Like as if I'm making a mushroom. You know mushrooms? Mushroom is like doing something like this. Never. Okay. Then after doing that, then I go here and say, okay, now I've done what I was supposed to do. Then I must calculate 20 millimeter in again. Then after that, I say my 20 millimeter is here. Then I cut the inner bedding. Inner bedding. Okay. I'm cutting the PVC inner bedding. And when you cut that, I told you even before that you don't deepen your knife. You just make a mark. I've made that mark. I mark it again. I've made the mark. Okay. Then I make the mark again towards the end of this. Okay. Then at the end I must deepen it so that I can be able to open that. Okay, now I'm opening that. Okay. Then I must cut this out. Okay. Oh, orange come. Okay. Okay. Now I've taken out the inner bedding. Here is my cable. Here is my mushroom. Here is the 20 millimeter. Here is the conductors exposed to be joined. Okay? What I do here, I agree you know maths. But what you do on the left hand side, you must also do on the right hand side. I'm doing the same. Where is that other piece now? It's not this one. Okay? Must make sure this thing is level here. The reason for me to do that, because we are not cutting the cable now. If we were cutting the cable, this portion will come smooth. And even if, when the cable is long enough, it won't shift. Like this one is short, that is why it's shifting. Okay, so I do the same. I can do that, or I can repeat the same thing that I did. I'm saying I go to my Porsche of the joining kit from the middle to the end of that Porsche. Then I calculate 20 millimeter in. Then I'm going to cut that.
How do we
I do the mushroom again. I repeat all the steps that I did on the left hand side. Now I'm doing that on the right hand side. Because now I'm going to join my cable after this. Now, Lalen. Okay. Here is my mushroom again. I do the same also here to say 20 millimeter. Then I'm going to mark the inner bedding here and remove it. I'm marking the inner bedding. Then I'm marking that. Then I do the same. That is repetition. Repetition. What I'm repeating, what I said. Okay, now the two is ready to be joined. But now you must check first whether these cables are clockwise, all of them clockwise, or one is anti-clockwise. What I do this is red to red, black to black, blue to blue, yellow to yellow, which is correct. If one was anti, one was clockwise, then if you turn your cable this way, it's going to be the same. Like now, if I could take this portion, I think it's going to be anti-clockwise. Let me see. Yellow is here. Yeah. Now it becomes anti-clockwise. You see. Then when you've got this, that is why I'm saying if one is anti-clockwise, you change the end of that cable and take that last end and bring it here. It's going to be clockwise. But if it's a long cable, then you do the twisting. You join like, one will be like that, one will be like that. Yeah. Two, which are of the same direction. Right. Now, I've got my two, then I take my ferra. 4 millimeters. Yeah. And then, where is the 4? Yeah. Okay, now guys, here is a ferrule. When you check on that ferrule, there is a mark on the ferrule. It's a cut line to cut in the middle to show that that is the middle of that ferrule. Okay, what you do, you take the ferrule, you put it on top here until to that cut, to the middle of the ferrule. Then you mark to say, okay, now I'm going to cut here. Because you must put your conductor wires until to the middle of the ferrule. Okay? Then you put it inside. Like that. Okay, but now I must mark all of them. But the simplest way I should do it now the experience counts. Just make it like that. Okay. You now crimp your ferrules. You must be precise. It must not go over that middle because your cable has been measured until to the middle. So you mustn't put the crimper outside the middle point. The middle is here. You are in a number. This is 5.5, that is 2.5. Yeah, kasa is ya ferra. Yeah. You use the size of the ferra.
Write your opinion.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
He's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah, he's entitled to an opinion. Cream-ke. Dala ufuna ucream. Yeah, awuleke man. Press. Press it.
The price is late.
Oh.
The giveaway is from my hey, you will see
yabo mina ngangananje kanja and 5 years later I mean uzoba nomkhaba omingane une-baby face enomkhaba uhamba kanje nempondo owakiki
enekhuluma lengane lena.
Okay, guys. Now we've done that. We don't here because you are on training, but you must know for a fact that after joining we put insulation tape. But now we are not going to put insulation tape because I need to see the ferrules and how did you cream them. Right. But we are not done because when you are doing training, when you join a cable and by law, when you are joining, you join all, including the armory. So I'm waiting for Edwin to bring the 4mm. The ferrules you use for joining the conductors is not the same size as the one that you will use to join the ferrule. That is 2.5, that will be 4mm. So we are waiting for those ferrules.
And at the end, it's going to look like this. Thank you for your time.